I have a great gotta have it recipe for you today. It's salmon, broccoli, and couscous. It's going to be very easy, very simple, so everybody can do it out there, even if you're afraid to cook. So this is what you're going to start with today, a nice piece of salmon. This salmon I got from the butcher, and I actually asked them to take the skin off for me, if you can see that. So we're going to cut it into 2 portions. This is going to be serving size for 2. We're just going to give that a nice cut in half right there. And we're going to put it on a broiling pan. I like to line my broiling pan with aluminum because it helps with the cleanup much later, and you're going to see that. So we're going to have that, and we're going to put that right in the oven. So I just put the salmon in the oven, and I put it under the broiler, but on the middle rack. It's going to take 8 to 10 minutes on each side because you want it a little bit crispy and you want it cooked well through. So we will flip it over halfway through and then cook the other side. So while that's cooking, and try to put on a timer so you remember when to flip it. In the meantime, we're going to chop the broccoli. I do have some chopped, but you could use any vegetable that you like. Now what I would just do is take off this big stem. I would also cut it into manageable size pieces, and relatively all the same time. It's going to save on cooking time. The smaller you cut things, the quicker they're going to cook. So any little stems we'll just remove, so make sure it's nice and pretty. And there you have it. You got to have a nice green vegetable or yellow vegetable, orange vegetable. You could use green beans instead, or any vegetable you'd like. And here we go. We're going to put the broccoli in, and we're going to put it in with just a little bit of water because we want it to steam. If you have a steaming basket, that will be great. And you're going to cook this for about 5 to 8 minutes. And just let it be fork tender. Stick a fork in it, and that will tell you pretty much when it's done. So the next step is the couscous. What I suggest is either a quick cook couscous, it takes only 5 minutes, or even a quick cook rice. Both of these are great choices. We're going to go with couscous today. The couscous water is now boiling, so I'm going to add the couscous grains, as you can see here. Put those right in there. And I'm going to just stir it up, make sure we get all those great ingredients all mixed in. And then I'm going to put the cover on and take it off the heat and let it sit for 5 minutes. And when that's done, everything will be done, and we'll plate it up and we'll put it together. When you take the salmon out of the oven, you can just make sure that it's done by making sure it's pink, nicely light pink all the way through. Or actually salmon color, because it's salmon after all. We have the broccoli out of the pan, and we're going to decide now how you like best to put it all together on the plate. So I have a couple options for you, actually 3 of them. So you could either put a little butter right on the broccoli and salt and pepper. You could do it like the Italians do with a little bit of balsamic vinegar. We'll just put that on there, and olive oil. Or you can have a fabulous, light, cheesy Parmesan broccoli. And now that's up to you. Whatever you have in the kitchen to make it special, make it your own. A little pepper, a little salt, and we're going to plate it up right now. It's always nice to have something great with the meal. The meal itself is awesome, but if you have a little bread or even cornbread, I suggest putting it out on a plate because you never know if your guest is still going to be a little bit hungry. So tonight we have the choice of both cornbread and sliced French bread. But you gotta have a good time no matter what you do, and you gotta try it. Visit Gotta Have It Again. We'll have plenty more recipes for you. Buon appetito!